My name is Darren Luke. I've been with the Department of Veteran Affairs for almost 19 years now. I'm in management as a supervisor. Absolutely love the job that I do. Awesome opportunity to get to do what I've wanted to do for a long time now and been doing, is that is serve veterans and their families along with working with employees here at the regional office. I want to share a little bit of a story that I experienced while here at the regional office in Winston-Salem. Back in 2004, after the Iraq War had just begun, been a little over a year. During that time I was in the Army Reserves. In the division I was in, the training division, the 108th, out of Charlotte, North Carolina. We were tasked to support other units. At the time the Army Reserve was getting units together, mobilizing them to send overseas, but they didn't have enough manpower to staff these units, so they were pulling from our training division, one of them. So I got the call in October of 2004 to be mobilized. When I got the call, as an Army Reserve soldier, National Guard, anyone like that, especially your first time, you think you're emotionally prepared for it. I don't think you ever are. It's just something I always remember getting it. I had a week from the time that I got my call to the time I was supposed to report to Fort Benning, Georgia. It's a week I can't even describe. But during that time, while I was getting ready and trying to go, the employees here at the regional office in Winston-Salem, for whatever reason, and I don't know why, out of the kindness of their heart, it was just amazing, they donated money to me. And so me and my family, so what we ended up doing to try to reciprocate and show them what was going on, I ended up purchasing at the time it was pretty high-end 4-megapixel camera, and I took it with me to Iraq in my pocket of my trouser pocket inside a sock as I traveled. So I went from this this world that I couldn't really, it's hard to describe unless you've been there, but the world now where you can go get coffee when you want to, drive down the street when you want to, feel fairly safe, go to the grocery store, do all those things. I left that world and went to Iraq with barbed wire, concrete barriers, full battle rattle, helmet, weapon, car bombs, explosions, barbed wire fences, the whole deal. But I had some amazing opportunities and things to do over there. And then so finally in June of 2005, I come home on leave. I'm excited. It'd been 7 months. The joke being I was working half days, 12 hours on, 12 hours off. So I finally get home, and I remember when the plane's getting ready to land in Atlanta, everybody starts cheering. It was just outstanding. I'm home, I'm back in the United States, a feeling I'll never forget. And so, as I finally make it to Greensboro, and I reunite with my family, my wife says to me, "You've got to go by the office." And now I thought she was crazy at the time, I'll be honest. I just traveled halfway around the world, 4 or 5 days. I'm smelly, tired. The time zones are way off. I don't want to go by the office. I argue. I eventually lose the argument because she's driving. And I always remember this. I get off the interstate and I'm coming up Main Street. And so our office is a little bit up on the hill. And up on the right-hand side along the federal building, along the sidewalk, I see a bunch of people standing. And I look up there and there's just all these people, and there's a big welcome home sign, Darren, and I was just blown away. At the time, I would say a majority of the regional office had come out to support me coming back home, to thank me. It was almost as if I was some kind of rock star. Leaning out the window, slapping hands, just clapping and cheering for me and my family. And I was so humble, and I was just somebody that raised my hand to do what was asked of me for my country. But I will always remember that, because the bottom of my heart, those are the kind of people who took that moment to really show their appreciation for me, and it could have been anybody else, and what I did. And that's what I see every day, and that's what drives me for the 19 plus years I've been working here, is that spirit, that dedication to people making the difference and showing the compassion and care and commitment they have for other veterans. And at that moment, it just happened to be me. My name is Darren Luke. This is my story, and this is why I choose VA.